Hello everyone, and welcome to another Sunday Murktide video. Today I'm playing something that has been asked to me a lot. What if you play both Psychic Frog and Expressive Iteration? Because these two cards are the drive that makes these decks good. The Mere Frogtide and Blue-Red Murktide, combining them together. So whenever I play the Demir Frogtide videos, if you watch them, what I am always impressed with is of course the card Psychic Frog. But what I'm always unimpressed with is the color black, which is just, not very good. So yeah, this list from Twinless Twin that he top-8'd the Modern Challenge with last night, as I record, of course, not as this video comes out, puts together Psychic Frog in the slot of Tamio/Ragavan. So basically, you just have, that flex slot of a creature just becomes Psychic Frog. What does this list also has? 3 Force of Negation. This is a card that you can't play 3 copies of in a normal Blue and Murktide deck, but here you can because Psychic Frog is going to give you that boost of mana, so you just go Frog, go, and then you swap Force of Negation, their Teferi, their Ring, or whatever they do, in order to stop your Frog from gaining you card advantage. So, yeah, this is going to be a nice thing to try today. I guess, again, like, this is in the flex slot of Tamio. Like, that's it. Like, that's exactly it. Sideboard. There's 0 copies of Stern Scalding, which is interesting. This is a strong card, I think. There's Hearse over Scrubbling Claws or Knee Spellbomb. A couple of Archmentor. This is interesting. Again, this is for Nadu. I mean, Nadu is a thing, so it still is a thing, so you have to do that. And there's, of course, no moons, so you have to play Charmaw. But as I said in my article, I think Charmaw is better anyway. So yeah, let's go. Jawadi says, is Ragavan gonna stay in this deck? No, Jawadi, I'm sorry. Ragavan is gone. Ragavan is a good memory of when Modern was good. When Modern was peak. I think peak Modern, though, is Ledger Shredder. If I have to think about peak Modern, it's Ledger Shredder. When Ledger Shredder was good, that's peak Modern. When Ragavan was good, that was still very good Modern, but yeah. Yeah, no, but Psychic Frog is also peak Modern. Not saying the rest is peak Modern, but just the card Psychic Frog is, one of the best card I've made in a long time, so I'm just happy to be here. Yeah, Ledger Shredder will forever be remembered as one of the best. Well, like, you think about it, Psychic Frog is basically Ledger Shredder, but you don't need to play 2 spells. You just need to attack. And it dodges damage removal spell. I haven't mentioned the 2 Sink into Stupor. This is something interesting. This is a card that I was like, I'll play 1. I'm not even that sure about it. Here it is 2. And, well, I have 3 Force of Negation, so there's a blue card you pitch to it. And your Psychic Frost, so you can discard it and pump Murktide with. But yeah. Psychic Frog is Ledger Shredder that draws instead of loots. Exactly, yeah. Ledger Shredder Breach. Yeah, the fair breach. The fair breach days. I guess also unfair. Was Ledger Shredder also played in Unfair Breach? I guess it was. I guess it was. Alright. No, but a lot of people have asked me about, making this list. And I always said, no, you can't because of mana base. Because the mana base is too painful. The mana base has problems. Like, you can't just add a color and expect it to work out. You want to have 10 black sources. According to Frank Carson, you're supposed to have 13. Although, Preordain and Mishra's Bauble will maybe help that a little bit. But we'll definitely have... Oh, I forgot to change Spell Pierce Art. No. Like, we're definitely gonna have spots where you just can't cast your card. And, as always I say, the more you add cards that make it impossible for you to cast your cards, or harder for cast your card, the more your deck is weak. The more colors you add, the more your deck is weak. Because you raise the bar of just luck you need in order to cast your spells. Same thing in Constructed, than in Modern, than in Limited. So, yeah, all of these things add. Okay, they scrape both on top. Alright. Well, I hope they don't have land orc. But I'm just casting the RC here. If they land orc me, it is the life of playing this deck. Well, if they land orc me, I'll have Delirium for the next DRC. Please don't be a black card. Flooded Strand can still be a black card. Never seen this art before. That guy from FNM. Hello. Please don't black card work me. Nice, they don't. That's amazing news. That's an amazing news. Alright, let's go Bauble. Maybe I hit Delirium with this, and then I don't need to play Preordain. Nice. Let's go land, attack, and then let's see what to do in second main. Because I can also just pass. Like, it's unlikely that they do straight up nothing, so... I'll crack the bubble now. Let's see what land they get first. It's gonna be a survey land for sure. Or not for sure, because that can be also Gore's Vengeance. Unlikely, but it can. Alright. Oh, wow, they just didn't draw their work. This may be the first time ever in the history of Magic that a deck with Orcish Bowmaster doesn't draw Orcish Bowmaster. I don't think it's ever happened. Like in your opening hand, I mean. Okay, they're casting something. What is this? Psychic Frog. Okay, and they have Spell Pierce, but we just top deck this Force of Negation, which is going to be insane. Force of Negation obviously is a great card on the draw. Huh. Alright, so land. Now, obviously you need lands, but at the same time, I have Murktide, and I want to keep Delirium. So, since I'm going to Surveil again, I'm going to just bin this. For So the Force are very good in Magic because what happens is they help you on the draw. So on the draw, naturally in Magic you're behind, but exchanging cards for tempo is how you can win games on the draw. That's why Fury is great and stuff like that is great for Magic. Just because you're on the draw, you get back your extra card to trade with tempo. So, oh, they made a mistake, and I'm sorry for you. Oh no, you really wanted to settle to your frog? Wow. They did. They did really want to settle to their frog. Interesting. Okay, so here I could play Murktide and let Delirium around. Which was the reason why I wanted to bin the first Sewer. So they have a frog. A frog isn't even that good anymore in a game like this. I can also just go Preordain and just get greedy to find a land. I think I will. I'm digging 4 cards. If I don't find it, alright, I just stay. Top card is enough. Alright, yeah. Rip iterations, alright. I'm gonna get my 3rd caller here. And Murky Boy. Now, at 4 type, wow. Exactly 4 type. So we have to be aware of that. Oh man, let's just exile all of these and pass. When it's 2 cards, they play that subtlety pretty badly. I don't know if it was a mistake or if they actually thought about it. Anyway, easy win. Now, sideboard. Hers. So playing against, actually, hers. Against Frogtide. I have a dispute. Polarity is probably fine. There's nothing really that bad. Maybe I can cut like a Force of Negation for a dispute. And that's enough. Yeah, I don't think I like hers. Okay. If I was against Murktide, I would have kept. Against Frogtide? Ha. Alright. I have 2 Surveillance. Not a great hand. Buongiorno, Valley. Alright, so now if opponent goes land frog, I will go nothing to survey land, and then I can deal it 5 damage. 5 damage is not enough though, my opponent just discard it all. Been playing a bit of Dual Commander, and there's a lot of Stifle in that format. Fetching is scary now. I'm scared of fetching. Alright, opponent does nothing. That's great. Great, great, great. I'll play Canal and pass. Yeah. What am I playing for this to be Grixis? The one and only Froggy. Alright, I'm happy to counter. There's not too many things my opponent can untap and punish me for. If they had a Frog, they would have cast it in their turn. Oh, Harbinger. I lost, right? Yeah, it's classic. Just classic losing to Harbinger. Just classic losing to Harbinger. Just like in my last video where I just died to Harbinger all the time. With Murktide. And Tiramulas falling into. Sinking to Stupor wasn't out. That's true. That's true. It was. I didn't think about it. Maybe I shouldn't have conceded. But I decided to end it. Maybe I shouldn't have conceded. Is this card peak modern? Harbinger? Harbinger's nice. It pumps the blue decks. Can't be that bad. Making blue deck better? That's good. Yeah, there's nothing much they can punish me for. It literally kills me the next turn. Yeah. I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson. Is Fructide just blue-black? I mean, it's label. Sure, it is. But yeah. Alright, I go to the Delirium. Hopefully I also got a land drop. Alright. Honestly, a curve like this is just so hard to beat. Like, very hard to beat. On the play with double channeler, there's like, what can counter this? Stern Scalding can counter this. But, you know, not too much. And I just don't care that I'm shutting off the opportunity to cast Psychic Frog here. Oh wow, they do have Stern Scolding. I didn't expect that. That's a good card. That's a very good card. I think on the draw, it's a good sideboard. But yeah, this is like, you know, of course, Fatal Push, but if that Fatal Push, it would kill this in their turn. So it didn't have Fatal Push. It's not in their range, so this was the only card that could punish me. And when you have to play around things, you have to play around things in their range, and yeah. There are 10 or there are 13 already. Ooh. Oof. Alright. They just shut me off. I thought the game was over, and it's not. It's not over. Oh, mamma mia. Alright, it's weird to put this in the graveyard. I think I can do that. I wanted to surveil just in case I find like a, You know, like a Bauble or things like that, I can just get Delirium and attack. That was Delirium, but it's just too good to put in the graveyard. At 5 types, the hearse, man, they had like a 1-2 punch that was. Alright, now we can't really lose. Before it was fine if I lost. It's okay. I was taking it very lightly. Now it's a mission. Now if we lose, it's a loss for everyone. Now we're just everyone against surgical extraction. We can't let our opponent win now. Now it's a mission. If we win, it's a failure for everyone involved. Sorry, I meant to say if we lose. They shuffled my deck, I just realized. Oh my god. I'm actually gonna lose. I thought I was going to draw iteration and win, but no. I'm not. I don't have iteration. Oh, mamma mia. This is terrible. If I lose to Expressive to Surgical Extraction in the mirror match, I have to drop the league. There's no other option. Psychic Frog. Allora. I think that's fine. I go end of turn, Bolt the Frog. Bolt could have also gone face, I guess. Maybe I should have gone Heat. Unclear. Chandler is fine. It's doing its job. One at a time. It's just that Unholy Heat, they just discard a land. You know, I'm trading Unholy Heat for a land. Is it good? Maybe, but I still have to play Bolt after that. Alright, if they pass, I'm gonna sink into Stupor this Earth. I can also just do nothing. It feels so weird to sink into Stupor the Hers. If they play Orc, then it's just so bad. But one at a time. 7 turns. It's not that unlikely that I win the game one at a time here. Alright, good to know about the subtlety. Alright, I'm glad I didn't sink into Stupor. Counterspell. Top. Top. Please don't have a third one. Please don't have a third interaction. Come on, you have 1 card in it, 1 mana. Nice. Nice. Oof. Okay, so then tap with Subtlety. I draw Bolt. Please don't have another card I can have that kills me. Oh no, I guess it doesn't kill me. It's the Arbinger. I have to sink into Stupor for that. So they have Subtlety Mystery card. Psychic Frog is the mystery card. Va bene. I mean, I can't do anything else. How big is this hearse? 4-4-8. Okay, they can discard and crew, but they don't do that. Alright. Upkeep. What do we want to do here? Because I can also just... Alright, I think I want to heat the frog. Because by heating the frog, that discards subtlety, so I'm trading heat for subtlety. Then I still have to bolt it. I guess no. Because then they crew the hearse. But I guess they're crewing their hearse anyway, so let's just heat the frog. Two damage. You discard a bolt. This way you can't crew. Okay, so I just traded heat for subtlety. I think it's a fine trade. Because before I didn't want to do that because they could have had a landing end, you know? Whereas now, I'm pretty sure they couldn't have had a landing end. Sorry, I'm 100% sure. Okay, now do I wanna shock here? That's important. It's very important. I think I do want to shock. I think shocking takes off a lot of outs that my opponent can draw, like Murktide Regent, Orc, and stuff like that. Channeler, you gotta do it all. You gotta just carry the win by yourself. You have dealt so much damage in this game. You have dealt all the damage in this game, honestly. End of turn, they drew something. Yeah, I have to let this resolve. I can't counter this. Okay, they just drew a card. Hers is lethal, so if they draw a 2-power creature, they're potentially lethal. Or once again, I find this option to go force, but I just drew this and they topped another card last turn. So I can't counter consider. And since pot is before, I can't bounce hers. I just have to let it live there. Alright. Attack first, and then I'll play iteration post-combat. Okay, something is happening. What is it? If it's Orc as Drown in the Lock. And they have one card in hand. Alright, I'm thinking to Force of Negation this. And then just placing Stupor as a land. I think this is not bad. No, I'll graveyard. You go to 3. I have to place Secret Stupor as a land, 100%. Because again, any creature kills me. My opponent is at 3. They have a card in hand they just drew randomly with Consider. This is why we didn't play Iteration pre-combat, because if something happened, I needed to go counter plus hold up second counter. This Spirebluff Canal could have been a Force of Negation. But also can dig me deeper to find Lightning Bolt, so I think it's fine that we graveyarded the Force of Negation there. There's only one Lightning Bolt left in the deck. But also not that many cards. What if I just cast another iteration? This turn. No, it's bad, right? Yeah, it's bad. Alright, let's go. Hand, bottom, exile, land. Go. Next turn I can go again with iteration. Remember, I'm dead to any creature, so I need to keep up counterspell. What did I draw? Surgical on iteration. You bring in 2 surgical extraction. That is so bad, I don't have words. I have to play Spell Pierce to deck thin, I guess, because leaving a card on top doesn't matter. That's just good. It doesn't matter. Like I just want that card in my deck, and then I let Surgical Resolve because I need to keep Counterspell for any creature because I'm dead if they play any creature. Wow, they didn't pay. They did not pay for the Spell Pierce. That's so unbelievable. DRC, please carry us. So why can't I draw a Psychic Frog? It's not that hard to draw a Psychic Frog. Anyway, we have a Preordain on top. Do I play Iteration first? Yeah, actually now I can see going to Delirium even through this. That's the third and last Lightning Bolt. Third and last Lightning Bolt. Allora, I think about this. Okay, I'm just going hand, bottom, exile. Now, Bolt is lethal. Bolt is lethal. First, I want to go Preordain, though. Looking for a Force of Negation. I guess it doesn't matter. Bottom both here. A combat. Attack. Black. Fatal Push. Bolt you. Surveil. Alright. Oof. We won. Card advantage wins. Surgical extraction loses. It got scared for a sec. Opponent says, longtime fan. Opponent, I'm happy that you're my fan, but you should watch more Sunday Murktide videos. You don't watch enough. Remember, this card is here for Gore's Vengeance and maybe Flash. Maybe Flash. Maybe. Maybe Flash. Gore's Vengeance. New match. Hello, James. New match, and we have both of our things in our hand. Opponent has Swamp, so they're like Orc Gamer, and as I say, Orc Gamers always have Orc. So you have to crack the the bubble immediately. You can't durdle around. Preordain. I don't want Spell Snare. They have it. I'm just gonna tap out next turn. Yes, Dylan, this is Twinless Twin List. We have so many 2-drops. Two mana. Sorin. Ma pensa te. Sorin of the House Markov. Car Forgotten. I mean, if energy is everywhere, this card should be good. You grief. I discard my whole hand. No, I'm joking. Oh wow, they don't have Necro. That's great. I thought they had Necro. I actually opened this grief in a sealed in Amsterdam. Now that I think about it, I should put this in my command there so I can keep my playsets around. You Molecule Rebirth. Alright. You don't have a third land to exploit, extort. Okay, they did the thing. Va bene. What do I do now? Just play a iteration. Maybe I find Unholy Heat. Okay. I'll go but it's the same. Hand, bar, exile. So I want to attack. If they block, I'll discard 3 cards. And then I'll play Channeler. Seems fine to me. Buongiorno Danilo. Yes, Lupo, it is. Discard land. Discard land. Discard the poor little psychic frog. One frog dies so that another one could live. Again, when you play this card, don't be afraid to dump 3. Don't be afraid. That's how to get you, by being afraid. You shouldn't be. Let's keep on playing these iterations. That's how you fight back the card disadvantage. Alright, no card advantage, at least. I guess doesn't only Heat. Anyway, hand, bottom, exile, combat. Attack, attack. Zeratul. I like my opponent play there. They missed the land drop to play Molecule Rebirth on Grief. Just play Molecule Rebirth. It's not worth it. Grief is not a good card. You just let it die. You just let it die. And you play Molecule Rebirth. You need land. You have to play Necro. You have to play the One Ring. This card is weak. This card is overrated. Just use it as a discard spell. Don't use it as a creature. Honestly, if I could make all my opponents start with Grief in hand, I'll do that. Like, I guess the problem is that Grief decks also plays Orc. But let's say in a world where Orc was never printed, I would love if all my opponents start with Grief in hand. It's just such a trap. I'm just #1 hater of this card. Alright, now, next things is we're playing against, well, Mono Black Necro. We have Invert Polarity. Maybe Consign, because they probably play Ring. Hello, Guanji. I don't know, though. Like, every card here seems good. I don't want to side much. Maybe I can call Unholy Heat. Like, one. It's not sideboarding ever. Who needs sideboard when your deck is perfect? Thoughtseize. Pops, Fry, Cook. Thank you for the 5th month. When do I try Elga in Modern? When someone top is the challenge with it. If they did, I will. Consign can counter Necro Trigger. Yeah. Countering with Consign and Necro Trigger, it's like putting like a patch on a broken arm. I feel. Stonk Smash! You were my previous opponent? GG's. Strong Smash. I don't know how to say it. But don't sideboard Surgical Extraction anymore. Actually, put it out of your sideboard. That's gonna be my biggest suggestion. Alright, so we can just pretend Orc doesn't exist and go turn one Channeler. But I think it's just wrong. I'm gonna go top lane go. Just put Nihil Spellbomb in your sideboard instead of Surgical. It's the same card, but at least one draws a card. Like if you have black in your deck, you shouldn't play Surgical. And if you do, it's like exactly because Goryo is strong. But I don't even think it's like that strong to justify playing 2 Surgical in that deck. I mean, I know I'm playing 2 Surgical in here, but because Murktide doesn't have a new Spellbomb. Ma che cazzo c'avete con ste madonna de Surgical tutti, oh? Why? What happens? I don't understand. Why? Why? How? Who said that? Did some like I don't know. Did Aspiring Spike said to bring his surgical? Usually, when something very weird happens, it has something to do with Aspiring Spike. All right. Opponent goes Grief. They fell a Profaning End. Yeah, again, when Grief is played like this, it's strong because it's gonna take out Spell Pierce and resolve Necro. And now they resolve Necro, it doesn't matter, they wasted all those card advantage. They just have Necro. Spike is all about anti-mill. Yeah, mill is not great, but that's fine. You soul spike the channeler. Okay, so now I'm thinking if I should heat it. Unholy Heat it. I think so. This way they don't game 4. And also beat my graveyard for iteration. Sorry, for Murktide. Okay, so I will have this goes on top. But I'll just go Murktide and pass here. Five, you're 11. Actually, take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. Usually these opponents take a lot of turns. Take a lot of time in this box. Okay. We're back. They have the ring. How do I want to tap? I think like this makes more sense. Yeah, this is not good. This is no bueno. And pass. They're 8 life. They evoke grief. I have to hope they don't have a shield as a last card. Hello, James. Probably Gloria. That shoulder I'll concede. Alright, let's go to the next game. Third and final game. Do I want Consign to memory? I just think it's bad in this matchup. Why don't I make another Murktide? Because unfortunately I have to follow the rules of the game. Magic the Gathering. Alright, that's a keep. Land go. We're gonna play one iteration, one bomb. Sorry, one surgical, one bomb. Okay, but don't side surgical against. Like, the play you made, surgical on spells in the air, is just unacceptable. And even surgical on counterspell is unacceptable. Just the thought of I'm wasting a card to remove cards from opponent deck, hoping there's one in hand. It's really, really bad. Alright, they go Grief. They have to take Unholy Heat. Perfect. If they take Psychic Frog, I'll fetch for the blue-red. But the idea of gathering info, yeah, you're wasting a card. Gathering info is not worth a card. It's fine if you don't wanna. Let's play Murktide. I'm gonna fetch a Watery Grave simply because I don't have that many black sources. You guys should read the Basic Island. Check the article I wrote for Channel Fireball. With a strong smash. A few years ago, I wrote an article called Card Advantage, like a deep dive on Channel Fireball still. I definitely talked about the value of Card Advantage. It's not something that I guess something deep. But... What's the plan against Mono Black post sideboard? I mean, I cited one card. There's no difference plan. It's always the same. You just play threats, counter important cards, so on. Alright, this Watery Grave here may hurt me, actually, because if I was a 15... No, it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. Double Grief. Went with the all-in. Let's see. We need to draw one interaction. Will it be Avenging on Vegas? I will. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay. Attack you to 6. I play Channeler. I go to 1. Then I attack for 6, so you can't attack. But what happens? You attack with 1. Let's think about this actually. So I play Channeler. You can't attack with both. You attack with 1. I go to 4. I untap draw. And then I can't attack back. But I can just top deck. So the question is, should I attack or not? I think I should. Let's think about this again. You go to 6. It's your turn. You can't attack with both. You just attack with 1. I go to 4. Untap draw. Let's say I brick. I just stay back and I don't die. I draw removal spell. I win. So I should attack. In spots like this, you shouldn't think of anything that your opponent can play, because if they draw anything that disrupt, then you win. You lose anyway because they have menace. So if you think about, oh, land orcish is a problem, sure. Also, internet connection is a problem. Also, Heartquake is a problem. Like, you just can't think about situations that make you lose anyway. Okay, so I'm dead to Orcish Bowmaster, as you said. And that's fine. Again, you couldn't have played around that. I guess you could have stayed back with Murktide, but it's the same, because they just orc the Channeler, and you... So yeah, actually fetching the Watery Grave made me lose the game. Fetching Watery Grave. You see, this is exactly what I meant with adding a color isn't free. Okay? Think about this game. My opponent did double grief, whatever. If I was playing Blue and Murktide, I would have won this game. Because they had Orc, but they couldn't fetch or they die. Also, draw a card. Obviously, the Magic Land doesn't show me. But, like, actually, fetching Watery Grave made me lose. Maybe I could have not fetched it. I was at, what? What was my life total? 19? So I decided to go to 16 on turn 2. Yeah, maybe. But, like, you see, it's all those little things. It's all those little things that just add up in a deck to make it competitive, to make it just, less good. The more color, Mardu in Boros midrange, in Boros energy versus Boros. It's all those little things. And when you're a competitive player, you have to analyze why you lost. Always. Because you can say, oh yeah, Grief is bad, ban Grief. But as I always say, Grief is not that good. It's fine. It had double Grief, sure. That's obviously like a strong start. But, it's okay. It's important. So in this video, we're gonna just try to see if the Black Splash is costing us. And here it cost me the game. Even without drawing Frog. Just because I wanted to play around the possibility of drawing it. Like, let's say you draw Island, you fetch Island there, and then you draw Frog. And then you lose because you don't have a spell. Whereas, I played Channeler actually as a body, I won. I would have won just as a Channeler 1-1. So you can go, yeah, I draw Island, but then you play Island, then you draw Frog. Or you got Watery Grave and you lose because of 1 damage. If you don't have this and you have Tammy in your deck, you don't have to add these lands. You lose the game. Okay, now we are on the draw for for round 3. And keep. Manila Midget. Mountain and... Thank you, Sioy. Okay, playing Storm. Now, it's very important that I keep up Spell Pierce. I'm gonna bubble myself. If there's a land I shuffle. If not, I draw. Unholy Heat, very bad. I'm shuffling. How? So in this matchup, life total doesn't matter. Because you lose big. You don't lose small. I'm thinking Steam Vents untapped. I don't like that shadow. Buongiorno, buy it. Yes, this is Twinless Twinlist. Sewers, go. Do I think Leyline Binding is better than Prismatic Ending in Goryo? Yes. No, Leyline Binding is better. No. No, a cost of Leyline Binding, it just got so much worse since the invention of Scryland, Surveyland. Hope you don't have another Ruby Medallion. Okay. Wow, main phase. That's so bad. What if you didn't flip a land? Alright, whatever. I guess you didn't care. Land go. Do I want to bolt your face? The Froggy! Let's go. That's exactly what we want. Against Storm, Frog is insane. Against Storm, splashing for Frog is great, because you don't care about life totals, and you just want threats. So it's better than Tamiyo. Well, with Leyline Binding, you want to just fetch for Triumphs. And Triumphs are much worse than Surveilland. Frog. Earns results. See? What'd you reveal? Ritual Past in Flames. Survey land to the graveyard, digging to find counter spells. Bauble in the graveyard. Draw. Yeah. Do I want to play? Let's just play Frog first. Let's just play. I meant to say let's play Iteration first. Va bene. That's what I wanted. Man, I wish I had another blue card in my hand. If I know I'm gonna draw a card with a frog, I just can't risk it all. So I think I'm gonna take Counterspell. I think I'm discarding one card here. Discard two, but I may need the extra land drop. I can also discard Frog. Nah. Maybe Force of Negation is better. Oh, nice. Expressive Iteration actually put it on top. Didn't put it on the bottom. The dream. Honestly, that was the dream. That was just the dream. Just the dream. Just the dream. Alright, do I go Counterspell here? Discard Bolts. That's a good idea. I think I'll go Counterspell, yeah. Va bene, let's go. And bottom exile. Syrian. Hello, welcome, welcome. Bubble myself. Another frog. Basta. I don't want frogs anymore. I don't want frogs? No more. I'm gonna get island. I'll attack. Frog. Very fun. I'll play frog. Leave a bolt for a Ral. Draw a top land. Pass to you. You're convinced to play Binding in Jeskai. Wow, interesting. You mean Leyline Binding? You mean Jeskai Control? Huh. Monomorphose. Man, next turn I'm gonna draw so many cards that I'm just so tempted to force this. But I will not. It's okay. It's just a cycle. Jerry T said so. Okay. Okay then. But I mean, I'll let you cycle those Monomorphoses. Does Beautiful Streak see any play Martyr? It doesn't. In the same way that Trunim Nemesis doesn't. These cards can definitely see play if they become legal, though. I decided to let it resolve these cards. This is all noise at this point. It doesn't matter. I have a clock. Man, it's turn 6. My opponent did nothing. Let me count if I'm lethal. Perché non ci devo tanto distante. I go bolt, you're a 9. 5 più 3, 8. Mannaggia, so close. If I discarded a card, it would have been lethal here. I don't have lethal, alright? Let's count again. 3 più 5, 8 più 6, 14. Is there a way for me to draw 2 cards? That's pretty gush. Gush of second frog. Nada, I don't have lethal. I don't want to play this bolts, so I just untap. Because the bolts is important to go on Ral. Preordain. I mean, I can draw these all, like, it's just fine, right? Yeah. Whatever. Allora, discard, channeler, discard, Spirebluff Canal. Could Left from the Loam be a thing with Frog? These cards are too slow, guys. It's too slow. It's too slow. You have to impact very quickly. Alright, do I want to keep up Double Bolt? Or do I want to play Iteration? What can Iteration find? Whatever, I can't lose. I'm just passing. Let's not waste time. Happy last day, Mengu, and enjoy my holiday. Thank you, Simone. Thank you. Buongiorno, Viano. This morning, I woke up with a stomach ache. Yesterday, I followed some friend's suggestion and tried out a new place, a new pizza place. But I didn't digest it very well. Okay, so this is important and why we need to have double bold. Because now I can go bold. They go Pyretic Ritual. We go bolt again. And this way, opponent can't answer. If only at one bolt, it could have flipped Ral, okay? That's important. I'm gonna... Am I lethal here? 6, 8, te ne do 5 più 3. Yeah, I'm lethal. And when stomach hurts, the thing I do usually is just I drink water with lemon. Froggy, 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 frog, frog, frog. Rakia, what's Rakia? Froggy, 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 la, la, la. Froggy, froggy, froggy. Surgical. I don't want you. Unholy Heat. I don't want you. What else? Bull? What else? Is Polarity bad? It's a counter spell. Can't be that bad. Serbian Grappa? No, 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 no. Surgical Extraction? No, 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 no. Why dispute over Polarity? Oh, did I bring a dispute? I did, it's in my hand. Yeah, it's a mistake, I'm sorry. I didn't think about it. For some reason, I assumed that, I don't know, combo decks are blue, but I just was overthinking. Okay, my hand is very bad, but I'm keeping it because I'm already in 6. So if I lose, I lose. Well, yeah, dispute is easier to cast than Polarity, it's true. Put a mouse to 6. I need lands. Do I find an untap fetch land now? Fetch land now? Fetch land, fetch land, fetch land? Nope. Land? Run. Land, 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 land. Land, 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 land. Polarity won me a game stealing Passing Flames. I remember that against the Young Dingo. Okay, Viano. I will think about that. Ruby Medallion is here. Va bene. We have Consign to Memory at the ready. Dai, terra, 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 terra. Land? No. It's okay. It's okay. La 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 la. Yeah, I'm not complaining about Force of Negation. Yeah. Land? Please. Please. Man, there's like so many 2-drop, by the way. So many 2-drops. Too many 2-drops. And you can't even cut them because this is so good. You put 3 iteration, I guess. A 4th one in the side. Did I ever get angry when I play MTG? Yeah, if I lose to a player with Surgical Extraction, I would get angry. But thankfully, it rarely happens. That's not true, actually. I lost to Mono Black earlier. I guess I wasn't angry. Nah, I don't get angry. This resolves. I have no Bolt. Sorry, no Force of... Why don't they print a Force per creature? Why did it print the Flare? The Flare is so weak. I don't understand why they printed the Flare. Subtlety? Nah, Subtlety puts it on top. Just Force. Plus, it's a creature. Alright, what if I think I'll force this, you know? And it's MH3. Why did it make the Flare so weak? I don't understand. Alright. What are you seeking, opponent? What type of beast are you seeking for? Are you flipping roll? No. Land Shadows was meshing. Mamma mia, che merda. Dai, mazzo, give me a land. See, now again, having a splash black is super hurtful. But having a second frog was very good. Like I was listening to the. I should probably not concede and keep on playing, but I'm just. I don't know. I don't like the vibes, so I concede. I was saying I was listening to a podcast where there was Mason Clark talking about MH3, and he says like, "Oh yeah, Flare Cultivation was so broken at first. It was an instant. You could block with a creature and sacrifice it and get a land." It's like, what's broken about that? Or you could go, what's it called, Colony Guard, and make a play and sacrifice it. Like, what's broken about that? Like that actually sounds weak. I don't know. Maybe I just want to push cards too much. But at the same time, I don't mind the banning of Nadu after the PT. I thought it was totally fine. Like you just made a good card, everyone broke it. Some people broke it, whatever. Happy story. Ban the card, move on. But whereas it's just like stuck in this format forever. Yeah, so I guess if you want to take years to ban a card, then sure you print them weak, but like you're still gonna print some good ones. Whatever, it's a long story. And once again, this black land is hurting me. Alright, I think this is enough stats. Just don't splash black. Enough stats. 3 games. That's all you need. Don't splash black. This hand is actually very good. Like, mulligan in this hand is a mistake. And also putting Undercity Sewers is a mistake. And I'm not saying that I would do a better job. I'm not saying that at all. I would never say that. I'm just saying print good cards, ban more aggressively. No, well, no, sorry, not more aggressively. I'm not saying that. Just ban without a schedule that waits 2 months. I don't ban aggressively. I'm actually no. There's wrong words. Did I bottomless? I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say ban when you need. Don't ban like the One Ring because User77 doesn't want to buy them. Yes. The white flare is particularly bad. I don't even know what it does. The black flare is cool because black has a lot of shenanigans with sacrifice, so you do that. If I had an RCQ now without Nadu, what would you play? I know RCQ now without Nadu, what would you play? That's a good question. Well, I'll try my best to play with the card Psychic Frog. Probably Goryo, but actually it's not that I tested too much that. I also really like the I'm delirium already. I also really like Mono Black. I think Mono Black is extremely strong, but is also like you need to practice it, and I haven't practiced it since the PT. Like the reason I was going to play Mono Black at the PT and then I turned it off because Nadu was just too busted. But if Nadu wasn't that busted, I would have played a Mono Black at the PT. But still, it seems very hard to play. Start today. Today, I'm actually working a lot, and tomorrow I leave. I'll go on holiday, where I'm gonna learn the game Flesh and Blood. We're gonna bring some proxy decks, and we're gonna learn the game Flesh and Blood, just to mix it up a bit. The full season as Lorcana, Flesh and Blood, and what's the other game? To One Piece, and people wants to go, and people wants to play all the games now. Boozian TV, did you read my Blue Red Murktide article? I answered that question. The Big Friendly Gamer. Hello, welcome to the stream. Does Flesh and Blood digital client? I think Flesh and Blood has the equivalent of Cockatrice. Do you think Days would be too good for Modern? Days is too good for Legacy. Yes, Boozin TV. My last article in Channel Fireball. I keep on countering anything that moves. Surveil 2 in the meanwhile. Snap. I never heard of. I've never heard of Snap. I only play paper. I don't care about digital game. I play Magic Online because it's a tool to play paper Magic. I could play Murktide, but I don't think I care about the Sleuth probably regardless. I'm just gonna Preordain looking for Force of Negation here. Alright, and Spell Snare. In this matchup, Spell Snare, it's like Counterspell. Opponent has mono 2-drops in their deck. So we won the game, but only because we top deck a land. If we didn't draw a red land, we could have lost this game because of this land. Like, this game was impossible to lose if this was a red land. It's okay. We got there anyway. The link is broken. It's okay. You can always Google. Game 1 Frog carried. Was Tamiya not the same, you think? Obviously it's not. But GG coward. I love this. GG coward. This is a great way of the chat. This is a great use of the chat, by the way. Just don't say a word, and at the end, just leave it there and leave. GG coward. Like, I countered every single card they casted. What does it mean? It's just I countered all the cards. I didn't want to see. I didn't want to show. I didn't want to see what they could do to me. I don't know. It's just people hate counter spells. No, Madine, for sure, for sure. I'm not saying that Tammy's better than Frog. I would never say that. Frog is clearly better than Tamio if it costed one and a blue, but it cost blue black, and I think that's huge. Like so far, it's definitely been relevant. Yeah, yeah. We only have 10 black sources. But we also have Preordain and Bauble. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna bubble myself. Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat è una merda. So I need to fetch it away. I'll do it now. I'll do it with Undercity Sewers. Okay, I want a third land. Now, obviously, there's a way they can punish me for tapping out, but they did not. I'm gonna play land and pass. Next turn I can play Frog, backed up by Spell Pierce to counterspell. Danilo, I don't know if blue or red is better than blue-black. Most people do results with blue-black and not with blue-red, so I'm assuming blue-black is better. I just think that the black cards are too weak. I don't like the black cards. Outside of Frog, of course. I think I'm actually graveyarding this Frog. I want a 4th land. Or iterations. So there's a world where I go Murktide, because my opponent most likely has Spell Snare now. Murktide is a 4/4, so dodges Bolt. Yeah, you know what? I'll do it. There's no counterspell for this. First subtlety, they do up bottom it. Push is better than ETH? No, no way. No way. Push is only better at killing Frog. Heat kills Planeswalkers. Like Teferi, I don't know if I play blue-black, but when you see Teferi against you, you just want to cry. You have to play such awful cards to kill Teferi, and it's not even going to be enough because you have to play one. A Johnny flipped? Sure. I don't know. I feel like... okay. What if I pass? Yeah, I think playing Frog is too bad. Opponent kept on shocking with their Steam Bends. They have what, like subtlety? I don't want to do anything. People already tried blue-black. Blue-black has always been bad in Modern. It's only playable now because of Second Frog. Before, it was always the second choice. Whenever people brought up blue-black Murktide, it was always bad. And it makes sense that it's good. Like as I always say when I do my Frogtide videos, Second Frog is incredible on turn 2 on the play. But for example, this game I was on the draw, I couldn't really cast it. I mean, I could have casted it, but then they go counterspell, followed up with iteration, and I think the game just takes a bad. You bolted me. Okay, so they want to play their own Merc. That's fine. I have a lot of burn spells for it. Snapcaster. Va bene, va bene. They should have for sure gone bolt here, though. I don't think this is a real thing. Anyway, I'm gonna Unholy Heat the Snapcaster Mage so that if they go Flame of Anor, they don't have 2 modes. Gabri, what does black need to be strong? I think cheap answers to Teferi. I'm not saying they should print it, but like, having to play Eliminate, I think it's too bad. What else you need? Just, also both Phage is insane. Also Channeler. Like, obviously you can't have all these cards, but like Channeler is very powerful. Very, very powerful card. A good 2 for 1. Yeah, yeah, of course iteration as well, but I'm not expecting them to print iteration in black. All right, I'll just pass again. Again, they shocked earlier. I don't want to play Frog. They don't have Flame of Anwar. They would have played it on the Murktide for sure. Baleful Strikes, yeah, Baleful Strikes. Baleful Strikes would definitely be a card that can push me to be like, oh yeah, maybe blue black can do it. Attacks Teferi. Obviously, it's bad against Orc, but like, you have Orc that you play. I'll shock myself. Snuff out. Huh, interesting. Alright, so my opponent's at 3. What do? I think I want to Preordain. Because I'm playing around Spell Pierce anyway with this bolt, so might as well Preordain for another bolt. Spell Snare, it's good too. Yeah, I'll draw it. Pass in your upkeep, I'll bolt, Snare Force. So yeah, playing the Murktide when my opponent kept up mana. So I think they have a Spell Snare in hand. That's very important we play Murktide instead of Frog. Bolt you in upkeep. GG. I'm curious to know their hand, and I think they had Spell Snare. I just never gave them a target for it. Because again, that's what you do in a game of Magic. If you want to win, if you pay attention. Your opponent shocked. My opponent shocked on turn 3 with Steam Vents. So you just note what's in their range. What's in their range? And Spell Snare is definitely in a range there, so just played around it. Remember, early game you play around stuff. Late game you don't. Because early game you can put in the range anything. Late game you can just cut it down. Alright. Playing against Blue Red. This is a match where you're allowed to side in Surgical. I'm not saying you should, but you're allowed to. I wouldn't judge you if I'm playing Snapcaster and you Surgical me. But if I play this deck and you Surgical me, I'll judge you. Removal spells. I don't want too many, but I want some. Good morning, Filtros. I have no idea what you mean, love and mushrooms. I mean, if you draw a land immediately, it's great. If not, I have 3 more draws to draw a second one. I think this is a keep. Consider. Do I do this again? I don't think so. I'll get more information. It's not that I can draw anything to cast. I don't play any 1-drop. I don't play Consider. I play Preordain. Ooh, Discharge. Alright, let's hope this Preordain resolves. Okay, right on time. What do I do? I think I'll just jam Channeler into Discharge. I don't care. You get 2 extra energy, which is bad, but I'm just pretty mana tight, so I just want to play all my stuff. You just in Survey Land. Yeah, could have also gotten a Survey Land. I don't think that would have been bad. Alright. Bolt, so they still have Galvanic Discharge in hand. Don't understand why you would play Bolt over Discharge, but it's your choice. Nice draw. I think I actually don't want this. It's a good card, blah blah blah. But I just want to find something cheaper. Either lands, iteration. Just lands is top priority now in this game with 6 spells in hand. Just so that I can have a couple of them up. All right, I got both of my Survey Land out. Don't care about Spell Pierce. Oh, they shuffle the Discharge. You're right. You're right. You're right. Alright, do I want to just gem this on the... Nah, I don't want to. It's too bad against Subtlety plus Counterspell. If I draw 5th land, maybe. Very happy to play Channeler. If they go Subtlety, I go Counterspell. If they go Spell Snare, I'll take it. Flame of Anor. Draw 2 cards. I'm not impressed. Okay. 7 cards in my hand. Go. Yesterday streamed with Blue Red Wizard. It's gonna go up on my channel the next days. I don't like it. Man, this card is weak, but like I don't care. It's a Spell Snare target. I have 7 cards in it. I think I'm just playing it. Not that I care about countering this card actually. Nah. Let's just dig. As you notice, I surveil the graveyard a lot when I don't mind lands. Because like also pumps your Murktide. Counterspell. I mean, honestly, I really don't care about this card, but I just feel like I'm okay with countering just to use my mana. That's also Wizard. Do you have a favorite card? Yes, Black Lotus. I leave that on top. Stern Scolding in the graveyard. Attack, because we don't have a Ragavan, so we play the spells post-combat. That's the rules of constructed magic. I actually can jam Murktide Regent instead of Iteration. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, I'll do that. Let me leave in the graveyard. I have 5 types. I guess I can just exile for... I think put... Oh, so I make my Murktide 8/8. You go to 4, and then I fetch one and puts it at 2 bolt. Yeah, I'm gonna make it 8/8, so I don't have Delirium, but like any spells turns on Delirium again. If they go Subtle, yeah. This is basically Baleful Strix. But you don't have a flyer. And you don't have a Death Toucher. And your card can brick. But he doesn't die to Orcish Bowmaster. That was just a dream. Another one. Alright, it's fine. Well, it's one more card than over Bolas, but yeah, I mean, of course, this card, just people trying it out, but it doesn't read very powerful. They got the Avant Discharge, though. Do I want to do something? Do I want to do something in upkeep? I just draw a card. You're at the airport? Hello. Hello, my opponent goes Galvanic Discharge on my tiny little poor Dragon's Red Channeler that did nothing bad. Okay, so I think I want to make you use the energy. Or I can just go Counterspell. Precipic. Buongiorno. So if I go Counterspell, I open the door for my opponent to do something like Yeah, nah. You know what? I'm gonna bowl too. And then you only use one energy. Sorry, use 3 energy. Earth? Mamma mia. Get out. Then attack. Bowl 2. Counterspell. GG. VP. Augur of Bunnies. Oh, wow. That's a cool name. Wait, it's not a bunny, actually. It's an otter. Does the otter belong to the same family as the bun? Attacco. They could have gave it fly. Alright, you get a 1. And then I'll bolt you now. And then I play Counterspell. And F6. The Spell Snare or Spell Pierce. It's your turn. Flare of the Nile. Oh! Crackling Drake! Poghissimo cazzo! So good, Crackling Drake. I shouldn't have played this. I should have played Unholy Heat with Force up. I was just excited to see the Crackling Drake. I was just crackling. I was just crackling here. Allora, facciamo hand, bottom, exile, land, Unholy Heat. Another Flare of Denial? GG. GG. How many turns do I think I had? Oh, I don't know. I don't think. I click. Man, so good this end. No black mana needed. No black cards needed. You just give me a Steam Vents, a Channeler, and a Bauble, and I'll do the rest. I don't need any black card. Speaking of black card, what was the loss against? Watery Grave. If we didn't put Watery Grave in our deck, there was no loss. Only wins. If I just fetched Basic Island, opponent's gonna discard Preordain and I just bolt in upkeep. And we're gonna declare the all-in. All the chips will go in. When you bolt your opponent at 20 life, you are declaring. Mulky boy! That's big. I like it. I like it. You know why I like it? Why, Mango? I'll tell you why. Uh, actually, why did I like this card? Alright, so the reason why I like it is that this is for the all-in plan of just going Murktide into Murktide. Is it possible? Hard. Why? It looks bad here. It looks bad, but it isn't. It's like one of those type of food that it looks bad, but it isn't. You know what I mean? Obviously, top decking iteration helps. Top decking iteration helps every bad decision that you make. I'll go Murktide. No, fa schifo Murktide. I don't want to go Murktide. That's awful play. Why did I fetch? Alright, Undercity Sewers. Mm, I don't know what to do. Iteration? That's so bad. Why did it play like this? Iteration. No, 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 no. I can't pass. I think it's fine. It's not that bad. It looks awful, but it's not that bad. Because like, next turn I can go double Merc. Alright, Graveyard. And now I can go double Merc next turn if I find a fetch land with this. It's not that unlikely. If you counter, very good. Perfect. Perfect. Best case scenario. And again, this is old vibes. I can't really explain these plays. I just wanted to be aggressive, so second Murktide made sense. I want to play this to fill, to have double Murktide next turn. And, you know, opponent's going to be dead before they realize it. Opponent's going to go to 7 now. I drop 1/2 if I draw a fetch land, Murktide Regents. They don't even have Counterspell up. Va bene, Frog. Attack. Merc vibes. Let's play 3 mana Merc vibe. Exiling. Exiling these 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's lethal. No, it's not lethal. E vabbè, Bon, I can't take off Delirium, so it has to be like this. I need to keep off Delirium because of Orcish Bowmaster. Play the 2 Murktides. Unfortunately, Bad Bunny, that would only be legal in paper. But in paper, it's fine. You just play a land, exile all your graveyard. Nobody's gonna count. It's okay. You're safe. Don't worry about it. Plus, playing 2 Murktide I think is bad anyway. Because then you remove Delirium. Opponent is at 5 with their Psychic Frog, with their nice little blocker. Well, let's go. Attack. Zik. If you exile to give it flying, we could go sink into Stupor, but I don't care. The second Murktide is chilling in my hand. It's asking myself why. Why am I here? Yeah, I don't want to go sink into Stupor. I think it's bad. You can block. Is it chump block time? Is it? It's chump block time. That's a great time. Who's she? Va bene. Bailando. What do you have? You have Sing It to Stupor, maybe? Drown in the lock. Oh, the fetch land turn on Drown in the lock. I didn't even notice. Wow. Uh, um. Yeah, I think the sideboarding is fine. Force of Negation is not good in this matchup. You want to play Volatile Storm Drake? That doesn't seem like a good card to me. Would I be playing the new Group Prowess? What's the new Group Prowess? I have to play no, I have to play. I have decided to play Hammer Time after this classic 2 frog. I mean, if this were Tamio, I would have also mulligan, so it's okay. What do you play? Eat over push? Because heat is good and push is less good. Also because with push, you raise the chances of getting unlucky. Alright, I'm gonna keep this hand. Because we like Unholy Heat art, also that beautiful art. Unlike the promo one that was given at some point, which was not as beautiful as the Ghostbuster firing off fire. I'll play Preordain. If you go Land Frog, GG Whoopie. Correct art, wrong card frame. Nah, OG best border. I'll bolt. You discard 1, you discard 2. Then I'll Unholy Heat. So it's it. I'll bolt. You just got 1, you just got 2. You have the second on the stack, so you have 3 cards in hand. Unholy Heat. You can discard all of them. I should have to discard 5 cards here. You have to discard your whole hand. Was my first set. My first ever time I touched Magic was with Champions of Kamigawa. My first booster was Izamaru, Hound of Konda, and that made me build a mono white deck. Let's go. Bolt. I'll go Heat. So we're trading 2 burn spell for 4 cards. And then next turn I can play Murktide. Or I can also just draw another Unholy Heat. Yeah, maybe this was bad. They didn't need to discard the last card. They have no cards in end. I draw Unholy Heat. I need to draw Fetch Land. With a Fetch Land, I can win this game. Because I go Murktide, block, and then Heat. But I need a Fetch Land. Never mind, not even a Fetch Land does anything here. Yeah, we just lost. Lost on the spot. Maybe I could have played the game a bit. It's just that, Second Frog on turn 2 on the play. If it connects, they win anyway. My hope was that they wouldn't have discarded. My hope was that they would have accepted the bolt. This card is just too busted. And that's like, as I said, the only reason to play Fatal Push is this card. No, it's over. It's over. There's no way I can compete. Isn't that a very good reason? I don't think Frog is that much played. But also, like, look at your mana base. Like, don't be delusional. You have 10 sources. You are already lucky if you cast Frog on turn 2. And again, I mean, you probably didn't check the beginning of the video, but I think this deck honestly just doesn't work. Like, I keep on playing and I keep on maybe winning because the deck is just strong. But it's just, I think, worse than any two other combination. Any other two combination of blue, red, blue, black, I think is better than the 3 colors. I think the mana base has been a big downside in this league. And regardless of that, we're winning. Not because of that, we're winning. Vabbè, now we've been awarded a game loss. E vabbè, allora cazzo dillo, perché non mi fai giocare. Bravo, vabbè, I lost. Okay. 3 hands. 3 hands, 0 lands. Okay. That's it. Again, to wrap up all my thoughts, I mean, you can play a league or FNM with 3 colors. You oh, Frog is great. You play Frog, sure. You it's great when you play Frog, but obviously you lose a lot. We didn't even play against Energy, where obviously the damage matters. That being said, hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned some valuable information, and I hope to see you back on the channel. Remember to subscribe if you watched on YouTube.